Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is good. Things here are pretty great. I should not have eaten that butter cookie before turning the camera on. Oh, it's stuck in my teeth. Okay. I told you that if my opinion changed about Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle Defense Against the Dark Arts, I would come back and talk to you about it. And I wouldn't say that my opinion has changed, but I would say that I had a positive play experience with the game last night. So, it warrants talking about. I made the review on Wednesday after only 2 plays, and I said that in the review. I told you that, I haven't given the game a fair shake and that I would continue to play it and let you know. And that was true. And also, when I made that review, I just opened the box and played the game and then talked to you about it. I didn't sort through the cards and do any sort of, higher level math or try to figure out, strategies, winning, this, that. Nope, just open the box, play the game, and then let's talk. Gave you my gut reaction review. And so I was critical about the hexes, I was critical about negative play experiences, and all of that still stands. There is negative play experience in this box. The thing is that the 2 plays that I had before doing the review were not representative of the game, of a larger game. What I have discovered is that hexes are this very bad negative play experience. But of the, I think, 130-ish card deck, there's only about 14 cards in that deck. I think it was 14. Don't remember. That actually allow you to give your opponent hexes. So it's a small percentage of the time those cards are going to affect play in any sort of dramatic fashion. It just so happens that the 2 playthroughs that I went through, the cards that give hexes were immediately available from the beginning and kept coming out. So it was very hard to not take them. And the games that I played last night, the hex cards did not come out until much later in the game, and at that point, I think I even mentioned this in the review. Later in the game, taking those cards that give hexes almost hurt yourself because now you're drawing dead cards. I'm drawing a card that just gives my opponent a hex. And when your deck is, more mature, it really does very little. What really hurt the play experience for me was getting 2 of those hex-giving cards in my deck very early in the game, which meant that I was giving my girlfriend 2 hexes every time I went through my deck, which was every 3 turns, which meant that very quickly her deck was just cluttered with these things and there was nothing she could do about it. And that was bad. Also, I cut a part out of that review because I didn't know if it was true or not, and it's not. And part of that was that I hadn't seen any cards yet that dealt with cards that were in the common row, or in this game they're called the classroom. Those cards do exist. There are a few cards, I mean a few, very few cards, that let you banish cards out of the classroom. So if the hexes become a problem for you, you can banish the cards that give hexes as they come out. So there's some interesting stuff like that. I will say, 2 plays last night with my friend went very well. We actually really enjoyed the game. They went longer than I expected. I think the game time on this box, which I didn't discuss in the review, is 30 minutes. Does that sound right? Well, I don't even think it's on the box. I think it's advertised as a 30-minute game. Both of our games went much longer than that, an hour-ish. But we are 2 seasoned game players playing our forte of game, which is we just had that random fact, which is card games. So our games went long, and I think I ended up losing both games. The first game was kind of close, and then it was a runaway on Allies. Allies became really super strong for him. And the second game, I think I had a 2 stun lead and ended up losing. I don't remember. I might have won. I don't think I won. No, I didn't. That was the other thing. So the game came down to, he ended up having I don't know, 4 or 5 allies, maybe even a total of 7 in his deck, I think. But But anyway, he had 4 or 5 allies in play, and there is a card that gives you 1 damage for each ally you have in play. And so he was able to just draw that card. He had 2 of them in his deck. I couldn't stop him from getting the second one. And it was just like, damage, damage, you're dead. And there's nothing you can do about it. And so, as I said in my review, the little back and forth struggle, that was my other critical aspect. I'm still it kind of doesn't feel right, because it's very easy to heal. It's much easier to heal than it is to do damage, and you have to actively take damage cards that are pretty weak just to deal damage, whereas the heal cards are kind of like secondary effects. You're like, cool, I get to heal 2, no big deal. And so whoever's going to have the late game strategy of getting 5 allies in play and doing 5 damage, that person's going to win as soon as they draw that card. And so the later stages of the match, especially we went to the full 6 rounds or whatever it takes to find a winner. I guess it'd be 5 rounds. Went to the full 5 rounds. By that, it's just a matter of, is he going to draw those before I can hurt him? And yeah, he did, and I lost. And he did, and I lost. And it was like, oh, well, that was fun. So there's still a little bit of criticism in this box. It's not, it's definitely not what I was hoping. It's a little bit more swingy than I was hoping. But at the same time, swingy is not a bad thing for me. Like, I enjoy games where there's a healthy dose of random. And there is what I feel to be significantly more random in this box than most other 2-player deck building, card battling games. So, yeah, that's my update. Two positive experiences with it. Going to continue to play it. You know, me and my girlfriend are still both really into Harry Potter and into 2-player card games, so we'll keep playing it for sure. And, you know, I'll keep you updated as it goes. But at this point, I could say if you are a Harry Potter fan, if you are a 2-player... If you're a Harry Potter fan, I think this is a good game and a gamer. If you are a deck-building fan, a 2-player competitive deck-building fan, this one's probably going to leave you going, I wish it was a little less random. But it still was enjoyable. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, that's my update. Thank you guys for listening and posting videos and stuff. I hope to be doing... I might actually do my first of the new show this weekend. I'm going to attempt it. Whether I post it or not is a different story, because I have a whole bunch of assets to get ready before I can do that. But I'm going to at least attempt to record it and see how it goes. It'll be very similar to what I did on Wednesday, just in a longer format with more products, more games being talked about. So if that goes up, it'll go up on Sunday and it'll go up on the gaming channel. If it doesn't go up, it'll probably be next week. So I'm just gonna do it. There's no excuse. Just get it done, Chevee. Make it happen. So, thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, being wonderful people. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Wikipedia. Who said a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle? Irina Dunn coined the famous catchphrase, woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle, which was subsequently popularized by Gloria Steinem and became a popular slogan among feminists. Later, U2 used the phrase in their song, Trying to Throw Your Arms Around the World.